Excitingly, tonight's show is dedicated to Bazza in Tufnells. Bazza, are you listening? Because this bitch is for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Iain Lee's 2-hour-long late-night radio show starting at 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Enough of that. Here's the song. The old split signal stereo mix, huh? So the guitar's in one ears, the other ear, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So tonight's show, what have we got? People are calling in already saying, Iain, when can we come in for the party? The party's next Thursday, I think. Did we say we're having a party? Well, we are now. Next Thursday. Open house. You can come in. Although I reserve the right to turn away some people. If people turn up who I don't want here, I reserve the right to say, I don't want you here, go away. I reserve the right to do that.
You're allowed to do that.
And there'll be rules, any swearing that you... And if anyone breaks my Vectrex, which I should be bringing in, or soils Eloise's Uno cards, you'll be asked to leave immediately. That's next Thursday. As we have our Christmas show, Christmas party. Literally every one of you is invited. Can't say fairer than that. Literally can't say fairer than that. So, bus drivers and cab drivers are all dicks. I think we'd agree. I think we'd all have to agree with that, wouldn't we? They're all complete and utter dicks.
From my encounters, yes.
You had an irritating cab driver.
Yeah. No, it was inappropriate.
Yeah. We won't go into the details about the... But he was telling you stories that were inappropriate, I guess.
Very. That I didn't want to know.
No, about...
That he should have been telling authorities.
He should have been telling the police.
And not me.
Yeah, that someone in his family had been involved in a... and he was telling Eloise about it and saying, don't worry, I'm not going to go to the police, I'm going to go and give him a good kick in. Yeah. So, you know, it's... I often get cab drivers who will not shut up! Shut up! Why don't they shut up? Why? A friend of mine works at the BBC, and when they book cabs, with your licence fee, kids. Licence fee? What's that? When they book cabs, you can, tick a little box that says, I don't want the cab driver to talk to me. I believe a very well-known disc jockey at this radio station has a similar setup. Congratulations for doing that. I wish I had the balls to make that happen. I don't have the balls to make that happen. If you're a cab driver, shut up for 1 minute and give us a call, 0330 123 1215, and tell us, why do you keep banging on all the time? We're not interested. I want to go somewhere. I don't want to talk. I am paying a lot of money to go somewhere. I don't want to talk to you. Cab drivers. Bus drivers, the rudest, thickest, most inconsiderate knobs I have ever seen in my life. So the other day, I was rushing to the bus, and he could see me. He could see me. I was nearly at the bus stop. He drove straight past. You go up to the bus at the traffic lights, tap on the window. He does the thing. Right, pretend. So I'm looking. Pretend you're tapping on the window.
Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Hey, you!
I can hear you tapping. I can see you from my periphery, but I'm looking straight ahead. And then as I drive off, I go... like that. That's what they do. Bus drivers are the scum of the earth. I would like to see bus drivers and cab drivers put in a pit where they have to have a bare-knuckle fight, all of them, right? And till the death, till there's only one man standing, and then we set a bear on that man so he gets killed as well. That's what I'd like to see happen.
You've thought about it a lot.
They're just so rude. They're so rude and such idiots. And you know what? Listen, right? You get on a bus. An old lady gets on a bus, right? Well, I get on the bus, and I'm going up the stairs. He pulls away, so you're kind of thrown about a bit.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, well done. An old lady gets on the bus with a stick and a shopping trolley. He does the same thing. Wait 20 seconds for her to sit down.
Yeah.
And then they do that thing where they just stop at a stop for 2 minutes. It's like, what are you doing? I'm regulating the service. But I don't understand.
They're regulating the service.
They've got an automatic button now. The bus is waiting here while we regulate the service.
Yeah.
Up yours! Bus drivers and cab drivers, 0330 123 1215. Press button 1 and we'll give you a call back. Is this line?
Oh.
Line 5. Sorry, yes, line 5.
I like this Aldo from the Wirral.
Hello, Aldo from the Wirral.
It's Aldo from the Wirral. You know what I've been doing? Do you know what I've been doing lately?
If you say shoplifting or stealing wheels from cars, I will cut you off.
It's urinating.
Okay,
It's quite...
there we go. Lovely. So, yes, Eloise, you were going to say something.
I was just going to say, I hate it when no one moves for elderly people on the seats as well.
Jesus.
So not only are bus drivers rude, but bus passengers are rude.
Bus passengers are as thick as dog's muck. They are so rude. Tube passengers are rude. This little old lady got on a tube, right, the other day, and I was there, and no one near her stood up. And so I was a little bit away. I went, "Excuse me, love, do you want to sit here?" And she went, yes, thank you. I was with a friend of mine who's heavily pregnant, right?
Yeah.
And she stood up, this pregnant woman
For
stood
the
up.
old lady.
For an old lady.
That's
Then
terrible.
This young girl who was off her face on drugs. I sound like Charlie Wolf. She was off her face on drugs, went for the seat. And this woman I was with went, sorry, I stood up for the old lady. And the old lady said, "Oh, don't worry, I don't want the seat." And the girl went, "Do you not want the seat?" She went, "No." And then the pregnant woman said, "I'll have it then." And the girl looked at her as though she was going to rip her throat out. It was unbelievable.
I had an outburst on the bus today as well, because there was a girl and she was sneezing without covering her mouth, and it was going everywhere, and I even thought the spray hit the window, and I said loud, I said, "Oh, will you just cover your mouth?" And then I suddenly realised what I'd done, so then just sort of put a mask over my face.
Listen, we're getting old. I make no bones about that, but it's... loads of people are calling in. Let's see... by the way, we're expecting a call from... Have you been receiving the emails from Anita?
No.
We've been receiving emails from Anita saying, your show is crap. Where's the first one? I've deleted the first one, have I? Oh, basically saying the show's crap. I bet you haven't got the nerve to read this out. And I said,
Yes, because I thought... Did I? Yeah.
And I said, well, I bet you haven't got the nerve to call in. And she says, yes, I will. Her name's not Anita. Her name's Zoe Johnston, because that's in her email address, idiot. So she's going to call in this evening, which will be a lot of fun. Let's just try line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello, it's Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
Alright, I'm Bruce. Every single day I go on the loose, because I'm just like a chocolate mousse.
Okay, lovely. Well, he's going to be calling up all night. Let's take one more call, and then we'll play a record, and we'll yes, line 7.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, cab drivers.
Yes?
Yeah, I used to be a courier, right?
Yeah.
FedEx had a policy that you got a bonus if you didn't damage the van.
If you didn't damage the van?
Sorry?
If you didn't damage the van?
If you didn't damage the van, you got a bonus every month.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Right? But people who were about to leave FedEx, if they'd been made redundant or sacked, for example...
Yes.
Last day,
Yes.
it was a company tradition, crashed the van into a black cab.
Oh, there you go. I'm sure that was, of course, not condoned by FedEx, as we all know are an excellent...
Yes, they are.
Excellent courier delivery service, and I will not hear one word said against them. Right, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. You can call in about that, or anything you want. You know, we talk about this nonsense, but you can talk about whatever you want. Press button 1, Eloise will answer you, be nice to her, then she'll give you a call back. All of that after this.
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. You got the love I need to see me through.
Tonight's show should be all right. Even though it's a Tuesday, it's going to be a humdinger, because I'm a week away from having 2 weeks' holiday. So up yours, Delors, would be the front page of The Sun if they were reporting that I'm going to have 2 weeks off. But why would they? Oh, look! We were talking about this dude earlier on. It's everyone's second favourite caller. It's Max in the Crouch End.
Indeed it is, Ian.
Where the bloody hell have you been?
In Crouch End, really?
Hey, Max, now you're a drunk man, aren't you? Would you like to speak to the drunk man who superseded you in everyone's hearts?
No, I want to talk to you and have a rant. And I want you to do me a favour and have a rant on national and indeed global radio. Please.
The global radio, that's LBC and Capital and all those things.
The internet.
Oh, you mean you mean worldwide? The World Wide
Yeah, the
Web?
internet.
Yes, okay, right.
The World Wide Web, right? I mean, there are people listening to you, God help them, all over the world.
We've got people in Japan listening, we've got people in America listening, and people listening in other places.
Yeah.
The world. Do-a-do-dum-dum.
Ian,
I've learnt that song on the ukulele. I may bring my ukulele in for the party next week and play...
for a minute.
Play this. Yeah, go on then.
Right, okay. I heard your rant about cab drivers and bus drivers.
Hang on a second.
I'm thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it?
You still there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go on, Max.
Right.
I'm thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it?
Come on, Max, get to the point.
If I didn't love you so much, I would say rude words here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hello? Yes, you still there?
Do you like kissing ladies?
Love it. Tongues down the throat. Great stuff. Hello?
Do you like kissing ladies?
Yes? Don't we all?
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
I said yes.
Can you say that again?
Ian.
Yes?
Sweet my torture.
You are starting to get on my nerves.
Well, you've been getting on my nerves for ages.
Are you a boob or a bum man?
Both.
Do you believe in God?
On even days, yes. But not on the odd days.
Do you believe in God?
On even days, yes. I just told you that.
Are you drunk?
You fail to understand?
Are you drunk?
No more than usual.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
That's brilliant!
But only on Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Right, is that who is that, please? Who is that?
Ian.
Ian Sandy, Andre.
Who the hell is he?
You know me, didn't you?
Am I talking to you?
Yeah, you talked to me. Is that Ian?
No, it's Matt.
Matt. What would you like to say to me?
Ian, I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to some other drunken idiot.
Huh?
No, don't insult me, because I've been working all day.
I want you to shut up.
Huh?
Right, what would you like to say?
Can you say that again?
I've been working all day and I've only just got in from the pub.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
I've only just got back in from the pub.
Can you say that again?
I've only just got in from the pub.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder,
But
please?
I've only had a couple.
Can you say that again?
I just got back from the pub and I've only had a couple of Guinnesses.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
Ian, can you hear me?
I have only just got back from the pub and I've had a couple.
Can you say that again?
I've had the old 1 and 2.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
Do you know what the old 1 and 2 is?
12. No.
12.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
12.
Can you say that again?
12.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
12.
Can you say that again?
12.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
I've had the old 1 and 2.
Can you say that Could you again? say it a little bit louder, please?
12.
I can't hear you. Could you say it a little bit louder, please?
Oh, come on, Ian. Come on, you know.
Huh?
And anyway, I'd like to talk to Eloise.
No.
No, can I?
You are starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah, because Ian, right?
You are so close to getting banned
Ian,
from this show.
She's got a nice stud in her nose, and she's got beautiful eyes.
Ah! What do you think about stem cell research?
No, that's not you, that's the other fella. Is it? Isn't it? Not Barry, the other fella. Oh, is that him?
Who are you? What's your name?
What do you think about dental research, did you say?
Can you hear me?
Dental research? Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Well, I have no real... Can anybody hear me?
Iain Lee's 2-hour-long late-night radio show starting at 11 every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday.
This is what the Melder's missed, isn't it? This is what we've been waiting for. Ocean Colour Scene are back! Yeah! Ah! Come on, guys! What? The last 10 years haven't been worth living! But now the OCS are back! Oh, jeez.
Magic carpet days.
Every week, every Monday, I've gone into the local Owl Price and said, is there a new Ocean Colour Scene record yet? They have said no. But now, they've said yes! Who's that? Let's see who this is. Hang on a second. L. Dot, yes.
Yo, it's L. Dot, yeah?
Yep.
Scotsman Glaciers, or it's number 9. Poo, we, urinate. Poo, we, urinate. Poo, we, urinate. Do it in the top and mix it all up. Mix it with a wooden spoon, hurrah, hurrah. Mix it with a wooden spoon, hurrah, hurrah. Don't forget to put the salt, don't forget to put sugar. Poo, 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 we. Da 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 doom, da doom, da doom. Urinate, to urinate, to doom. Do down, 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 you urinate, you urinate, you poo, 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 you urinate. 1, 2, 3, you hit it with a bit of pee. La 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 la. You poo, you wee, you poo, you pee, you poo. You pee, your bladder's full, you pee, hurrah, hurrah. To do the tackle, break it down now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Poo, you wee, you urinate, hurrah, hurrah. You poo, you wee, you urinate, hurrah, hurrah. You poo, you wee, you urinate, and do it all while you skate. Poo, wee, you urinate in the tub. Mix it with a wooden spoon, and don't forget. You don't forget to put the little sprinkle of salt to give it some flavour, La 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 la. Do 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 do. Scott Glaciers, Orange number 9. La 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 la. Put a chest piece in the tub with the urination and the poo, poo, wee, poo, wee, poo. We, poo, we, poo, we. Andre stupid, la, 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 la. Da, 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 da. You poo, you wee, you urinate, da, da, da. Poo, we, urinate, poo, we, urinate the night away, hurrah, hurrah. Don't forget, you gotta pee sometimes. If you drink too much, your bladder gets full, then you gotta pee and pee up the walls, but don't forget to wipe down the walls, or it will smell every day that you've peed on the walls, and then it'll smell.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
You've gotta poo your pants. Sometimes everybody needs a little droplet.
What the hell's going on?
You gotta poo your pants. Vinny Durham. Vinny likes to poo that pants.
Yes, I don't... Who are you?
Sometimes Vinny wears the Y front. Sometimes Vinny does the droplets.
Yeah, you wishing it.
Sometimes Vinny has to bend down, then bend up, then go na 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 na.
What, is this your dream?
Na na. Vinny's poo, Vinny's wee. Vinny comes from Accrington. Vinny's stupid, Vinny's poo, Vinny's wee, Vinny's out.
Are you coming?
Vinny's poo, Vinny's wee, Vinny's poo. Vinny poos the daddy eats poo because Vinny comes from Accrington and the Wirral. Vinny from the Wirral. Vinny thinks poo.
I'm not from
Vinny thinks a wee.
I'm not from Accrington.
Ooze. Vinny chews, he fits it in his mouth. Vinny leaves on the floor. Then Vinny rolls in it like a pig. Vinny Yo, watch out. Vinny likes to eat the poo, hurrah, hurrah. Vinny likes to eat the poo, hurrah, hurrah. Vinny likes to eat the poo, Vinny likes to eat the wee. Vinny on the floor, Vinny on the floor, Vinny on the floor, Vinny on the floor, Vinny on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, Danny Diary.
No, that's Free Brothers say off British Got Talent.
I don't bring off talent. Have you got talent?
Yeah, well, I've got an audition, you haven't.
You've got talent for pooing on the floor. The floor. You've got talent for pooing on the floor. The floor.
Excuse me? Not
from Accrington, so no one cares. You're from Accrington, so no one cares. What you gotta say? You're from Accrington. You're from the Wirral, no one cares. If you want to urinate on the floor, do it.
Excuse me! I am not from the Wirral, I'm from Birmingham.
Good evening, Alan. What can we do for you?
Good evening, Mr. Lee.
Good evening, Mr. Caddick.
Who was that muppet that was just on now?
I have not got a clue. I nipped out for 10 seconds to do a poo and a wee, so I missed the entire last 5 minutes of the show. Sorry about that.
Anyway, what topic have we got for tonight? Because I'm a bit nervous tonight about Saturday.
Why, what's happening Saturday?
I've got an audition.
Oh, is it the X Factor? Britain's Got Talent?
Britain's Got Talent, yes.
No. Now, will you actually be in front of Simon Cowell and the other two?
It'll be in front of the producers. And if I get a call back, then it'll be in front of the judges.
Oh, and so what are you going to do on your Britain's Got Talent audition?
I'm going to be singing Star Trek in by the Firm.
Could you give us a bit now?
Yeah. Star Trek across the universe. And it doesn't matter why, and it can be good. Star Trek across the universe. Only going for we can play with her. The Hula. We bought. Kling on down the summer bound, the kling on down the summer bound, Jim. Analysis, Mr. Spock. Well, it's life, Jim, but diary night, it's life, Jim, but diary night, Captain. The kling on down the summer bound, the kling on down the summer bound, Jim. That links me to a suggestion for a topic here, Ian.
Oh, OK, yes, good. I suspect that we will see you on television, Alan. I've got a feeling they will let you get through to the next round.
I hope so, Ian.
Oh, I bet you do. And so do we.
Anyway, if you could man any position in the NFI, what position would you man and why?
In the unemployed?
No, in the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, I'd work with Nurse Chapel because she's hot.
So you work in sick bay. Eloise?
Eloise is busy at the moment, but I guess she'd be like Uhura. She's like our Uhura.
What, in communications?
No, always wearing short skirts, Quor. Yes, in communications.
For me, I would work in the engine room like with Scotty.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Yes. Eloise, we've decided you're Uhura.
Uhura? Oh, God.
Yes, Uhura.
Why?
Do you know who Uhura is?
No.
She's the lady from the Star Trek ship.
Still means nothing.
She snogged Kirk in the first interracial kiss on television.
Okay.
So you're kind of getting all wheezy then. He's got wheezy.
He sounds like Barry.
He does sound like Barry, which is not good for anyone.
Anyway.
Yes, anyway, sorry, yes.
I mean, I've got an idea about Andre.
Yeah.
He could be a Klingon.
Well, he could be.
From the Next Generation.
Yeah.
Commander Worf.
Yes, maybe. Could be. It's an idea, isn't it? Well, I doubt... Well, if people want to call in and tell us what they would like to be in Star Trek, then they're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
338-123-1215.
Yeah.
Can I be Mr. Spock?
Yeah, I think you can be Mr. Spock, Vinny.
What was the Russian guy's name?
Chekhov.
Yeah, or I can be him.
Nuclear Wessels. Say Nuclear Wessels.
Nuclear Wessel.
No, not you, Caddick. Let Chekhov say it.
Nuclear vessels.
OK, well, this could be a fun game. Everybody has to call in tonight and tell us who they will be from Star Trek, even if they've never seen Star Trek.
Yeah.
OK, well...
why not have it? Why not?
Oh, Jesus,
why not just the original food? We could have Next Generation, DS9, Voyager.
Okay. Yeah, we could do... Oh, Alan? Yeah, I've accidentally cut you off by mistake. I'm sorry about that. Vinny, what do you want?
Call me back.
OK, boss, we'll call you back. Simple as. Let's go to... Josh, good evening, Josh.
Oh, your listeners, crackheads.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are. Josh, I would like to apologise for overreacting with you last night.
Oh, that's quite all right.
OK, do you accept my apology?
I do, yeah.
Okay, then we go. Then we're friends again.
I want to say, I looked through your Facebook thing today. I was going to look at it ages ago, but I couldn't be bothered.
Right.
Anyway, I want to say that you look really different to how you sound.
Oh, okay. Well,
if that makes sense to you.
Well, yes. What you mean is I look different to how I sound. Is that right?
Well, yeah, basically. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
What did you think I would look like?
I thought you look slightly younger. You have a young voice.
Did you think I was black?
Not particularly.
Some people think I sound. Some people think I'm black. Some people are surprised to find out I'm not black.
Or black men like.
Steady.
You're a bit like.
Steady.
You're cool for a white guy, but like.
Okay. Yeah.
For a black guy, you'd probably be a bit nerdy.
Okay.
I
I think to everybody, I'm quite nerdy. We're back on dodgy territory again. Anyway, so.
Oh yeah.
Josh. So you thought? What did you think? I'd be fat?
No. Your weight and all that seems about the same.
Okay.
It's just like your facial and like your eyes and stuff and like your head.
Am I better looking or worse looking?
I'm not going to rate you because I'll be a bit like gay.
Well, no, listen, no, you won't be gay, not at all. No, get in touch with you, both sides, young man. There's nothing gay in rating a man.
I have plenty of bisexual friends actually.
Well done, good for you. They're good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Even though I did see two
marks out of 10 for me. Come on.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, marks out of 10.
Well, since you apologise, I'll give you a 7.5.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
You're 3/4 of the way there.
That's what I'm talking about, fella. Okay.
Yeah. And, the first time I called you, we was on about that, I talked to you about that emo stuff.
Oh, yes.
And you said you couldn't judge me because you didn't see how I look like.
Yes.
Well, I left a comment on your Facebook, thing in the world, and you can see what I look like.
Okay, I can't be bothered, but thank you.
Well, yeah, and I might call up next week sometime, and if you've done it by then just tell me if you think I'm an emo or not.
Josh, I will probably never, ever do that, but thank you. What Facebook page are you talking about? It's Andre's Funhouse that we've created, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. If we get 2,000 fans by Christmas, then I'll donate £2.50 to charity, which has got to be a good thing. Here's the jam.
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Oh, yeah! Well, it was 20 years ago, didn't it? It's too high for me, too high. Sgt. Pepper's always been too high for me, in more ways than one. Tonight we are celebrating the magic... No, hang on. We are dissing bus drivers and cab drivers. All of them are utter... selfish knobs. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you wish to agree with us on this. It'll be very, very hard for anybody to disagree. Bus drivers, I mean, bus drivers are more stupid than cab drivers. That's why they're bus drivers. You don't need any skills or training to be a bus driver. I think maybe they have training in being rude, disinterested and arrogant. I think they get that. But cab drivers are just, Geez, they make so much money cash in hand as well. It's terrible. And they won't shut up. I'm talking black cabs, mini cabs, private cabs, all of them. All of them. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Press button 1. Richard's in the Caterham. Good evening, Richard.
Hello.
Hello,
Ian,
Richard. Yeah, very good, very good. Even though it's a Tuesday, it's almost the weekend, and that is... Saturday, I'm doing nothing. The missus is working. I have nothing planned. I'm going to watch Time Crimes, the DVD I bought for a £5 in FOP, and I'm going to play video games. Thank you.
Right, that sounds like a good plan.
Thank you very
That's
much.
A good week.
Anyway, so yes.
Yes, I'm phoning up because when I had to go to work, I'm on winter break at the moment.
Oh, yeah, winter break?
Fun, yeah.
How long is your winter break?
I only work seasonally.
What are you, a park keeper? What was this?
I'm sorry?
What are you, a deck chair attendant or something?
No, I work at a theme park.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, so we're only needed for half the season.
So you close down, October or something?
Yeah, end of October.
Okay, fantastic. Well done.
It's good fun.
Yes.
So we're just waiting until we go back. But while I was still there, we had to get quite a few of the buses.
Yeah.
And we had a big bus depot where we had to go. And one of the bus drivers there, he absolutely hated me.
Yes.
Literally, I swear he actually had a personal vendetta against me.
Yeah.
Because he'd come up, and the problem is my train would come in at 8:30, and the bus would leave at 8:30.
Right.
So it's precise time. And I'd just leg it across from the train station. And where they pull out, there's a set of traffic lights. And as you were saying, you sort of tap on the window. and they just ignore you. They look straight ahead.
Yeah, oh, jeez. We're not allowed to pick up anything that's not a bus stop for insurance. But open the door.
So we're not allowed to do it.
I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna step on a bus. What's gonna happen?
Exactly. I had the money in my hand, and one day I was quite late for work, and I just got really, really annoyed. You know the emergency door open button?
Oh, yeah.
I just pressed that and walked on the bus.
Well done. And what did he say to that?
He refused to move the bus.
Really?
I went and put my money on the thing and went and sat down.
Yeah.
And he point blank refused to move the bus. He actually went, he got out, turned the engine off, went and got all the other bus drivers
to
sort of gang up on me and try and get me off this
Hey,
bus.
you know sometimes you drive past buses and they've stopped and there are police there. That's you, that is.
Yeah.
I had a very similar thing. There was a bus didn't stop at the bus stop, but he stopped at the traffic lights, which are literally 10 feet away from the bus stop.
Yeah.
And there was a bus in front of him, and the bus in front of him let an old lady on.
Yeah.
So I ran up to his bus, and I tapped on the window, and he did the not looking at me thing, and I tapped on the window again, and he went, I can't let you on. I went, oh, come on, mate. He's just let that old lady on. You're stuck at traffic lights. Let me on. And he's going, I can't do... Eventually, I banged on the thing, and he let me on. And then, as I went to sit down, he called me an effing dick, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was not in the mood. I went, sorry, what did you say?
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing, mate. I said, yeah, you did. You just called me you just swore. I did no... I said, right, what's your name? He said, why? I'm going to report you. I'm not telling you my name. I said, tell me your name. I'm not going to tell you my name. And then he said, right, I've had enough of this. And he stopped the bus. There's only 3 other people on the bus.
No.
He stopped the bus between bus stops. I said, right, everybody off. And I went, then we started arguing and stuff.
Yeah.
And then everyone got off the bus. And then he started being physically threatening and starting to have a go at me. And then he said, right, I'm moving this bus and no one is allowed on. So he got on the bus and I jumped on as well before he could shut the door. So it's just me and him.
Yeah.
And then he drove off, right? And he's driving, and then he drove past the bus stop that I wanted. And so I then phoned up the bus company and said, your bus driver is holding me hostage and won't let me off. And he was laughing and he wouldn't let me off the bus and he's going really fast, wouldn't let me off. And in the end, I had to open the door with the emergency button while he's driving and jump off. He slowed down a bit while I jumped. It wasn't moving 30 miles an hour. But I had to jump off. Very exciting. And when you complain to the bus company, you get a letter saying, thank you for your complaint. We'll look into this. We won't tell you what the outcome is because it's an internal private thing. What you'll do is you'll give him a pat on the back and buy him a pint of beer at the end of the week.
Exactly.
Oh, man, I hate them. Hey, listen, why don't you and me go and get some petrol? No, we can't do that. Richard, thank you for that, fellow. It's always a pleasure to talk to somebody who hates bus drivers.
Indeed.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta.
No worries.
What a nice chap. What a nice chap. Hey, it's Mike Love.
Hey,
Mike.
I wish it was.
Oh.
I don't write terrible Beach Boys songs.
Oh, man, live. Why did Oh, you were Mike Love.
What's that?
Why does it say Mike Love on my screen? Did we give you Mike Love?
No. I didn't want to leave my real name. I don't think Mike Love would have my sort of accent, in all honesty.
Okay, this is very exciting. We have a pseudonym, dear listeners. What have you got for us, Mike Love?
Well, I was overhearing the story before, although I couldn't hear it that well. A bus story.
Yes.
And I don't want to have too many bus stories or anything because it might sound like talk radio.
Yeah.
But when I was in my teens.
Yes.
I got on a bus and I done some wrongdoings. Obviously, I put a photo on my bus pass. I borrowed a bus pass of a friend of mine and put a photo of my face over the bus pass, and I tried to get on.
You had a hooky bus pass. Okay, naughty boy. Yes.
Yeah. So I got on the bus. Blah 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 blah. And the bus driver saw that it was a dodgy thing.
Yeah.
So he closed the doors and called the police. Now, I had long hair, and this is when I was listening to Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I didn't look like a nasty chap or anything.
No.
As most people do in Romford. But he closed the door on me and called the police, and I got extremely scared, I did, and had the police called to me, and all in all, he was just a miserable, horrible bus driver. They looked like he had a really bad day, and the police called, took my details, and I was fined a pound of money and whatnot. But
how much were you fined?
It was around the region of 150.
No, were you really? How old were you?
Well, I was 18, I think.
Oh, well, in that case, 150 quid. But they love the power. They love the... Yeah. We can shut the door and you can go nowhere.
Well,
We're bus drivers.
I could have just opened the door, and I panicked, and I was so... And, you know...
Yeah.
And my dad came down and was furious, you know, and so, blah, 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 blah. But you know what made it worse? He had a necklace of a cannabis leaf on it.
He had a necklace?
He was a really big, fat, metal-looking guy, he did.
He had a necklace of what?
A cannabis leaf on it. Sort of thing. I don't know why that really upset me, you know.
Well, you thought you shared some kinship in the weed.
Yeah, I know.
But the brother wasn't passing the joint. He was totally bogarting that joint.
As little Pete would say, yeah, you're right.
Mike Love, listen, thank you for that. It's always a pleasure to talk to. If anybody else wants to come on the show tonight and use a pseudonym of one of the Beach Boys, then you are more than welcome to. It's Brent in Hounslow. Good evening, Brent.
Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, I think.
Yeah, I spoke to you about FedEx earlier.
Oh, yes, which are an excellent company, and we love them with all of our hearts.
They're fantastic, and they never do anything naughty.
No, of course they don't.
No, that would be very wrong.
Yes.
But basically, if you're a courier, you do take cabs out.
Okay.
And there was one occasion when I was driving a white van.
Yes.
With a black man in the passenger seat.
Oh, okay.
A black man who was, in fact, a prince in Kenya.
Right. Now I'm slightly nervous, yes.
Okay, don't panic.
I've already had to cover up one potentially libelous mess you've made this evening, Brent. Let's hope we don't stray into uncomfortable territory.
All I would say is that I was in a multi-lane situation.
Yes.
And I had to try and cut in.
Yes.
And I did cut in successfully in front of a black cab.
Yes.
And the man who was next to me said, "Bloody hell, it was lucky you were driving." And I said, "Why?" And he said, well, because if he'd seen me with my black face in a white van, he would have just cut me out. Because that's what they do.
Yes. Yes. Let me just, Yep, Peter!
Hey?
Yes?
Hey?
Yes?
This box is gonna be online.
Sorry?
Our box is gonna be live.
Box are gonna be... Fingers crossed... Box are going to be on the show at some point from Japan, so it'll be on the telephone. I'm in heavy negotiations with them. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
You don't want to tell me a story about a black man in a white van?
No, but I got a story about the bus.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, once I was walking to school because one bus drove past my house and actually never stopped, but
yes.
There was no one on it.
Yes.
And I went, he said that my oyster didn't work, and then
yes.
I went on a different bus.
Yes.
He stopped the other one, yes. And then I had to walk all the way to school.
I can't understand a word that you're saying. Let's start with that. I have no idea what happened for the last 15 minutes. I literally have no idea. I can only apologise. I'm sorry.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
So on the Facebook.com I've got itchy anus. But it's not my anus, it's my buttocks. Facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. Mark McKenna raises an interesting point. He said, why has there been a high proportion of weirdos this week? P.S. Tarek is a knob. Yes, he is. I don't know, there have been a lot of weirdos this week. It's been a little bit of tension in the air. I don't know. When I was walking through London to come here this evening, I saw 2 people get hit by cars. Not seriously. One could have been actually, but the guy got really arsey, even though he just stumbled into the road, and the driver went, "Sorry, mate, but you just stumbled into the road." And the guy went, "No, I didn't." What can you say? And I saw 2 big pools of blood on the street. You don't want to walk in blood, because that's going everywhere. That gets on your carpet. You are screwed. So there's something is it Christmas? Because in my house, it's all lovely and fairy lights, and we've got presents around the tree, and it's magical. But maybe it's going to be a dark Christmas this year. Maybe, just maybe, it's a dark Christmas. I don't know. But there have been a lot of weirdos calling in. Rest easy, everybody, on the phones for 5 or 10 minutes. We have 6 calls. We've got Joe, Jacob, Gareth, Adam, Terry and Stephen. So, and Eloise is upstairs at the moment, sorting out the short podcast. So, just go easy on the phones. If you've missed any of the shows this week, or you want to hear them again with the extra intros and outros, you've only done one, I'm afraid, then go to iTunes, or go to www.absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain. That's the place to go as well, to see videos and bits and pieces. Joe is in the halloumi. Good evening, Joe.
Good evening. How are you doing, Iain?
I'm very, very well. It sounds like you're calling from the 1970s. It's marvellous. Oh, what a sinister laugh. Hang on.
The hands-free car system, Iain.
Do that laugh again. Go on.
Maybe later if you're lucky.
Oh, OK. Well, there we go. Right, so Joe, what have you got for us?
Well, I think it's about time we had someone on to defend bus drivers, Iain.
Only an idiot would do so, but only an idiot with a speakerphone. But let's see. Go on.
Well, I'm abiding by the law, but my dad's a bus driver, and I'm very proud of him.
Okay. You're abiding by the law, but it sounds crap. But yes, OK.
Well, you could say the same about Absolute Radio, maybe. But what I'd like to say...
No. What do you mean by that?
Sorry, did you ask me a question? Would you like me to answer or not?
I'd like... Listen, if you're going to do little digs, Joe, then we'll deal with them one at a time. What do you mean by that?
All right, let's start with the first one then. What would I like to say? I'd like to...
No. Let's address this a point. Speakerphones famously sound crap, OK? And then your retort was you could say the same about Absolute Radio. Well, be more specific.
Well, I'll be more specific. You need to give both sides of an argument, Iain. There's always 2 sides, isn't there?
Just answer the question. Answer the question, Joe.
Well, I just did. There's 2 sides to every argument.
No, you've not.
That's what I'm ringing in for.
No, you've just been all vague. In what way is Absolute Radio crap in comparison to a speakerphone?
Because so far I've only heard one side of the argument against bus drivers this evening. That's why.
Okay, so you're saying Absolute Radio sounds crap because I've had a rant against bus drivers. That's what you're saying, is it? What are you saying?
I've only heard one side of the argument so far, Iain. I normally enjoy listening to Absolute Radio.
Okay, so I'm just trying to just nail it down, Joe. I'm just trying to nail it down. So are you saying that that this? Let's go through it. Are you saying that this show is crap? This show sounds
not
crap.
At all. I'm saying it's crap to only give one side of an argument. So I'm pleased you put me on air to give the other side.
Well, why wouldn't we?
I would like to do that.
Why wouldn't we put you on air? Do you think we're only letting people on who agree with me?
I didn't say that. But if you'd like to hear my side of the argument, I would like to give it.
I know you would, but I'm just wondering, can you do it without being a bit antagonistic? All I said was...
Absolutely.
All I said was, speakerphones sound crap, which they do, and they sound particularly crap on phone-in radio. And then
Sorry about that.
There's a tone in your voice I don't like, young man. OK, let's go on, let's hear your point.
I'm just driving, Iain, that's all.
I know, you're just driving with a little bit of an attitude. I can tell that you're related to a bus driver. OK, carry on.
What I would like to say about bus drivers is, I heard only 2 of the callers earlier, and I've been in the car for about half an hour. One of them talked about opening or using the emergency button and letting himself on the bus because the driver wouldn't let him on at the traffic lights, which was just along the road from the bus stop. And the other one talked about using a dodgy bus pass, where he had his picture on someone else's bus pass and he got a £150 fine. Now, the thing is, there are rules, okay? There's rules for you in what you do for a living. There's rules for me in what I do for a living. There's rules for bus drivers with what they do for a living. And you have to understand the consequences allowances for bus drivers. You know, they don't get paid a massive salary.
Joe. A bus driver, 10 feet away from a bus stop, stopped at traffic lights, can't let someone on. Is that what you're saying?
Ian, what I'm saying is there's rules for bus drivers.
Joe, listen, Joe, you are one of the most irritating, rude people I've spoken to. Stop answering questions with questions and answer the question. A bus driver 10 feet away from a bus stop at traffic lights can't open the door and let someone on.
But due to health and safety rules, they can't, no.
But you would agree, wouldn't you? Any sensible person would agree that that is ridiculous.
I tell you what, Ian, I bet you'll find 99% of bus drivers would agree with you on that. But they don't make the rules, do they? And this is their livelihood.
Okay. How do you... I said the person that who used the bus pass, the fake bus pass, was naughty. I said that.
Sure,
but you've got to admit, that's a bit excessive. Closing the doors, keeping him prisoner, and calling the police. That's a little bit excessive, Joe, isn't it?
Well, you could view it as being a little bit excessive.
Well, no, because it is a little bit excessive, Joe, isn't it?
But Ian, as I said earlier on, there's always two sides to every argument, isn't there? Imagine if a ticket inspector got on the bus. The trouble that a bus driver would be in.
A ticket inspector didn't get on. A ticket... Joe, no, I didn't know, for example, whatever boring fact you were going to say. This is supposed to be a fun entertainment show. You've turned us into a bad version of Talk Sport, if you can believe that. Joe, listen... Bus drivers need to pull their finger out of their arses, lose the attitude, stop being rude, stop being arrogant. When they see someone running for a bus, be human for a little bit, wait 15 seconds for someone to get on, don't pull away when there's an old woman trying to sit down, and become a human being.
But Ian, I'd like to make a point about that, if you don't mind.
Could you make it an interesting point, Joe?
All right, I'll do that. I tell you what, I challenge your listeners, okay, to go, Christ. For example, 4 weeks and look at how many times a bus driver pulls away without them when they think the bus driver should have waited for them.
They've done it to me, Joe. They've done
it. Bus driver does wait for them.
Joe, they've done it to me. They do it to me. I was on a bus the other day and some woman was at the bus stop. He didn't stop for her. They do it all the time, Joe. They do it all the time. I don't know if you use buses, but they do it all the time.
Ian, I'm not disagreeing with what you said. What I asked was, perhaps your listeners... Okay?
No, my listeners are not going to do a survey for 4 weeks to try and prove or disprove your boring point, Joe. OK? They're not going to do it, all right?
It's always easy to criticise and so much more difficult to give any credit, isn't it?
Say that again?
I said it's always easy to criticise and always much more difficult to give any credit.
It's yes, when the person...
And it makes more interesting radio, I understand
Yes,
that.
when the person who's being criticised is a massive dick, like 99% of the bus drivers that I have encountered are. Yes, then it is easier to criticise, yes, definitely. When they've done good things, then yes, that's easy to praise, definitely. Yes, correct. You're correct there, Joe. Well done.
And you thought I was talking with an attitude?
I'm talking... No, listen, you've come on right from the start... Oh, grow up, Joe. I said arse. Grow up. You've come on with this cocky, higher, mightier-than-thou attitude, thinking you're so smug, you're so clever, with your little digs, and you've not done very well, mate. You've not done very well at all. You've done the dullest call on what is supposed to be an entertainment show. I use that term with a small e and very, very loosely. And just, you've asked my listeners to do a 4-week survey on bus drivers. Are you for real?
I said, for example, didn't I? You know, you've got to give them some credit, Ian, for not a lot of money per year.
Oh, I don't care. Go. Well, hey, listen. No. Listen, if you want to bring the money into it, yes, I earn a lot more than a bus driver. If they want to earn the same money as me, then go and study drama for 3 years, go and sign on for 5 years, go and borrow a load of money off your mum, then go back and live with your mum for a couple of years in serious debt, and then get lucky. That's all they've got to do, Joe. That's all they've got to do. It's simple.
But if it's as simple as that, we'd all do it, wouldn't we?
No, exactly. They haven't got the balls to do it. You haven't got the balls to do it. They chose to be bus drivers, Joe. They chose it. If they don't like it, if they don't like the money, hey, guess what? Go and do something else. They have chosen to be bus drivers. That does not give them the right to be arrogant, to be bad drivers, to be rude, and to be obnoxious. Doesn't give them the right to do it just because they don't get paid that much money. Sorry, it doesn't.
I didn't say they don't like their money, Ian, did I? I said they don't get paid a lot of money.
Then what's the... No, that's the same thing. What's the point? What's the point with the money, then? Why bring up the point of money if it's not irrelevant? Why bring up the point of money if it's not relevant?
It is relevant, Ian, actually.
Well, then I've just said that it's relevant, and you said, well, hang on, I've not said they don't like the money. What? Joe, your argument's going around in circles, mate. You're making no sense.
You're arguing with yourself, mate. You're the one who's shouting. You won't even let me finish my point. You keep asking me to make a point and interrupting me.
Because you keep contradicting yourself. Make your point, and make it well this time. I'm just trying to help you, because you're not doing it.
I don't need any help, mate.
You do. No, believe
Give me
me.
a moment, I'll make my point.
Believe me,
I was
Joe,
about
you
to
do
say-
need a lot of help because you are going round in circles and contradicting yourself. So, take a deep breath, think about what you're going to say, and really try and make sense this time, if you can.
All right, Ian. Without interrupting me, then, let me make a point. I would like to say it's for not a lot of money. What they do is provide a very valuable service. Okay, you can't deny that. And also, they work 24 hours a day, unlike tube drivers, for example.
Hang on, sorry, bus drivers work 24 hours a day?
Buses run 24 hours a day.
Okay, just clarify what you said, because you did say they work 24 hours a day, which obviously they don't. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Buses run 24 hours a day. They need to be driven by someone, don't they? So they have shifts that start at all sorts of days, times of day and night, don't they?
What do you do for a living, Joe?
Sorry?
What do you do for a living?
It's not what this is about, is it, Ian?
No, I'm just curious. What do you do for a living?
It doesn't matter, does it? It's not what I'm here to talk about.
No, I know, but I'm just curious. I present radio shows. What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I think you do a pretty good job, Ian, and I'm pleased you gave me the opportunity to speak
Okay.
up the bus driver.
What do you do for a living, Joe?
That's not what we're talking about, is it, Ian? I thought I was making a point.
You're a bus driver, aren't you, Joe?
No, I'm not.
What do you do for a living, then?
It doesn't matter, does it?
No, I know it doesn't matter. We're just having a conversation, and people have conversations. What do you do for a living?
Ian, you're turning this into the old version of TalkSport, mate, not me.
No, you are with your boring views. I'm just asking you a question, Joe. What do you?
I'm speaking facts, Ian.
You're not speaking facts. You're not speaking facts. You're speaking opinion. What do you do for a living, Joe?
Is it not a fact that buses run 24 hours a day, Ian?
What do you do for a
Is it
living,
not a
Joe?
fact that bus drivers don't get paid very much money, Ian?
Right, as I said, if they don't
Is it
get
not a fact that bus drivers provide a valuable service, Ian?
Joe, as I said, if they don't get paid very much money, go and do a job where they do get paid. That's not an excuse for shoddy workmanship. That's not an excuse. That can't be an excuse for bad customer service, rudeness and arrogance. That cannot be an excuse.
I don't know how many thousands of buses run on London's roads every day, but it doesn't sound like shoddy workmanship to me.
Well,
literally thousands of them, isn't there?
Joe, what do you do for a living, Joe? Why are you scared of that question?
I'm not scared of any question.
Well, then
Ian, but
answer
that's not
the
what I'm
question.
beginning to talk about.
Answer the question.
Why would I need to?
Because
I'm
we're
sure
grown-ups. We're grown-ups having a conversation.
You got are really bored right now.
Yeah, because you're a very dull, arrogant man. But Queen and good old-fashioned lover boy can wait. Why are you scared of answering that question?
I'm not scared of any question. Ian.
Well, then answer
answer
the
make
question.
A point, and I've been trying to make it.
Just answer the
And
question.
if
What do you do for a
stop
living?
trying to turn the conversation away from the point I'm trying to make. We can move on with our evening.
I'm suspicious. I'm very suspicious of you, Joe. I believe, and unless you can deny it by telling me what you do, I believe you're a bus driver.
Well, you're wrong, and I'm not going to tell you what I do for a living.
Why not?
Because what's that got to do with you? I rang up your show to make a point. I listen to your show every Thursday night on my way home after playing football
irrelevant.
at the same time.
Irrelevant. I couldn't care less.
You gave me the opportunity to make my point on air. I
Couldn't
appreciate
care less.
that.
Couldn't care less. What do you do for a living, Joe?
Ian?
Why? I just wonder why can't you answer that question, Joe? What do you do that's so bad that you can't answer that question? It just seems really strange, doesn't it? You ask anybody what they do for a living, and they'll tell you, but you for some reason won't. And you can understand. You can understand how that makes me suspicious, can't you?
No, not at all. I've already told you I'm not a bus driver.
But I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Absolutely nothing to do with the reason why I'm ringing into your show.
Okay, your dad's a bus driver, is he?
That's what I said. Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said, but I don't believe that.
Well, why would I lie, Ian?
Because you're a bus driver, and because you know that you are lying, and you're scared to say that you're a bus driver because you know that I will attack you for your shoddy workmanship, your arrogant attitude, and you have got one of the nastiest attitudes I have ever encountered in 5 years of phone-in radio.
You're the one who's shouting over me and swearing earlier on. I don't know how you can criticise my attitude.
Arse. I said
on your
arse.
phone-in.
I said arse. Arse is not. Arse is a category. It's probably a category D swear word. I think
back,
now.
Listen back, Ian. Listen back.
Yeah, I said arse. What did I say was stronger than arse?
I don't wish to.
I didn't say anything. What did I say that was... Joe, now you're just lying. What did I say that was stronger than the word arse?
Your listeners would have heard you made that note.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me just take a call. Hang on. Line 4, what did I say that was stronger than arse? And if I said it, I will put my hand up. But do you know, what did I say that was stronger than arse?
You said that you like John Gaunt?
No, that wasn't it. See, don't think there was anything I said, John. Joe, you're a very strange... I will say it, cowardly gentleman. Line 3, what did I say that was stronger than arse?
What?
What word did I say that was stronger than arse?
Arse?
Yes.
Mate, I have no idea. I mean, I can think of a number of words that you might have said that were stronger than us, but I wouldn't like to say them on the radio.
Okay, so that's another one. Didn't hear me say the strong word. Yeah, line 5. What? Yeah, what you agree with him? What that I could say a number of stronger words. Well done,
No,
Joe.
about not wanting to say them on me.
Line 5. What word did I say that was stronger than arse?
Possibly that bus drivers were good.
Oh, yeah, that could be it. Joe, listen, I'm going to let you go because you're cowardly and you're now lying, but it's been great beating you at an argument. Thank you very much.
Ian, you can have an argument with me. That's why you're passing it around. You're moving it on.
I don't know what that means, Joe, but thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Bye, Ian.
What a dick.
No, that's not right.
Ian Lee.
Ian Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Lights and sing you songs full of sad things. Lover boy.
Wow. It's got all weird again tonight. What is going on with everybody? Why is it... I spoke to him off air. The word I used that was stronger than us is dick. Jesus, what an idiot. That man was such an idiot. I've never spoken to such an idiot. Oh, my God. What do you do for a living? I'm not telling you. Go on. No, I'm not going to tell you. Go on. Not going to tell you. That was fun, man. That was fun. That was like the old days. That was fun. Good evening, Gary.
Hiya.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, sounds it.
What's happening
What
this
was that
week?
bloke on? Did he have his head so far up his backside or what?
I spoke to him off air and I said, listen, man, you've just got to grow a pair of balls, you know. If you're going to... come on, just tell me what you do for a living. I'm not going to tell you. Even off air, I'm not going to tell you. You couldn't be further off the mark if you tried, Ian. What?
Unbelievable.
Knob. Anyway, yes.
I mean, I got stopped. I mean, I live, unfortunately, in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And I got stopped for getting on a bus for carrying 2 cans of paint. 2 cans of paint. I said to him, what do you expect me to do? Explode with emulsion or something?
Oh,
you know, red and blue paint? Do you want me to get you marooned or something? You
Okay.
know, I thought, oh, please.
These are jokes, Gary.
You know,
These are jokes.
And he turned around and said to me, if you put me in carry bags, you can get on. What?
Yeah, that's bus drivers. Hey, it has gone all LBC. You can tell my roots were on a proper new speech-based station. Pete, good evening, Pete.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm having the time of... It's like the old days tonight, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it.
Good. I was very impressed with your argument against the the alleged, in inverted commas, bus driver.
Yes, let's not call him a bus driver, just in case he isn't, and he sues us.
Well, true. The man was a complete fool, Ian, and I wholeheartedly agree with everything you said.
May God bless you, Peter, and all who sail in you.
Thank you very much, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Yeah, it's Christmas. What are we doing arguing about bus drivers? It's Christmas. For goodness sakes, it's turned into a very, very strange show. Colin in Catford. Good evening, Colin.
Hello, Ian. Just phoning up really to say that Joe's a dick.
Yes, he certainly is, yeah. And he's listening as he drives his bus home now, so that's that's good.
Or his stagecoach.
His stagecoach. Strange, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Very strange fella. All right, Colin, thank you for that.
Have a good evening.
Ta-ta, there we go. Let's go to Nick. Good evening, Nick.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm having a wonderful, wonderful time.
I was going to call you Nick for 1 minute, Nick Ferrari, but I can't.
It did get a little bit Nick Ferrari, didn't it? I need to do something.
It got a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I could not believe things he was coming out with, and you were so spot on, Ian.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I couldn't fault you for anything there, mate. Couldn't fault you for anything. I'll tell you something. I want to ask you a quick question, all right?
Yes, love.
Getting away from buses.
Please, can we get away from buses?
Little quiz, all right? If you counted 1 billion seconds, what year would you be in?
If you counted it from now?
Yes.
It's going to be more than I think.
Going back.
What?
Billion seconds, what year would you be in?
So I'm going back 1 billion seconds?
Yes.
It's going to be more than I think. I'm going to say 1978.
Oh, you're so wrong. Further back than that.
The year 0?
No, that was silly.
What? I don't know.
You want me to tell you the answer?
Yes.
1959.
How the hell do you know? Why do you know that?
I know that.
But
Sorry?
why?
The lowerest code. Sorry, babe.
Who's that? Nick?
I'm in the battle going the wrong way, Ian.
What is going on? Eloise, don't ever leave me during the show again. It's gone all weird.
Sorry.
I've been arguing with a knob.
I heard that.
Then I've got some bloke talking about 1959 in 1 billion seconds, and then he's going the wrong way.
Sounds like a good show.
Yeah, it's been a cracker, actually. It's been good fun. It's been very good fun. Very, very good fun.
Who knew that one topic would bring up so much? We didn't even throw the others out.
No. Oh, it's gone all, it's gone all, like LBC, Talk Sport. Let me rattle through these calls. Look, Gareth McLennan, the world's greatest flautist, is on the line. Good evening, Gareth.
Good evening, Ian.
How are you, fella?
How's the cello going? Is it going well?
It's going very slowly. Very, very slowly.
Are you doing that 100 days thing? Are you doing a little bit every day?
Oh, yeah, I'm playing every day. I didn't play today. Yeah, I know, I forgot. I was too busy trying to learn Greek today. Can you get this? I'm learning the Greek and the cello almost at the same time. How cultured have I become?
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Well, this was the thing, because I only listen to podcasts, which is slightly blowing my mind anyway, because listening to live and then having to listen to adverts and music and stuff is weird. But anyway.
Tell me about it. It is weird. I'm sorry you've been on the line for half an hour, I've just noticed. I apologise for that.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I mean, because the other thing... well, with podcasts and iPlayers and Sky Plus, I can never tell what's live and what's not. I'm getting a whole weird thing.
It's very rarely do I watch the telly as it's happening. In fact, yesterday I Sky Plus Jeremy Kyle and Homes Under the Hammer so I could watch them later on in the day while I was wrapping Christmas presents.
Well, and then everything, whenever you watch something live, then you're like, oh, I can't fast forward through the adverts. It's very annoying. But anyway.
It's very weird.
Because I was listening to your podcast today about you running music.
Oh, yes.
And if you're becoming cultured, I've got it's the perfect one, and it's really properly musical geek.
All right, listen, I'm getting my phone, I'm opening my notepad on my phone, I'm going to jot this down. What have you got?
It's amazing, and it's a classical piece. It's the fourth movement of Sibelius Symphony No. 2.
Sibelius
Symphony No. 2. No, it's perfectly paced, and it actually it literally gives you energy. I mean, I want you to download it. I think it costs like 79p from iTunes.
All right.
And go get it and run to that.
Sing me a bit, Gareth. Sing me a bit.
Oh, I can't. You can't. You know, it's for like a 100-piece symphony orchestra.
Hang on a second. I think I know the bit you mean. Is it? Let me see. Is it this? Is it this?
Almost.
Okay.
That was very nice, lovely, but not quite.
Okay, Gareth. Thank you for that. Hey, listen, I'll say this on the air because I need some help. I'm thinking of doing like a monthly shindiggery. For those who don't know, Gareth came and played the flute in the most bizarre and beautiful way. A shindiggery live I did, and I'm thinking of doing like a live monthly shindiggery where it'd be like a bit of stand up, be some films, it'd be a bit comedy, but like music. But I don't know how you. But basically, I need a venue in London, Central London and North London. So if anyone's listening who can help, then I guess email me is the thing. But Gareth, if it happens, then you're there on opening night, my friend.
Cool. Well, if you're doing this 100 days thing,
yes,
give me a call and we can do a flute and cello duet.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be any good in 100. I must admit, I've missed like 3 days already in 100 days. I don't know if I'm going to be any good in 100 days. It turns out playing the cello's really hard.
No, little and often. It's the way to do it.
Yes,
it's the way to get really good.
Gareth, nice to talk to you, mate. Take care.
Right, cheers.
There we go. He's a nice chap. Let's go to line 3. You're on the wireless.
Is that me?
I don't know. Is it you?
Line 3. No one's come through to say that's my line, but I'm talking to you, aren't I?
Okay, yes. Are you a bus driver?
Yes.
We don't like you.
I'm not really. It's Barry from Watford's phoning. Do you remember me?
Were you the fellow who was a little bit racist the other night about the Japanese?
That's it.
Okay, well, nice to have you back, Barry. How's it going?
Well, not too bad. I was phoned to say that was presumably Gareth McLernan who was on the phone just now.
Yes.
Because he'd done your shindiggery show in London,
That's
and he
correct.
gave me his CD, and I picked it out. It's still got the cellophane on it.
Oh, yes, I've never played it, if I'm honest, but it's
called Sounds of Home.
Yes.
Well, the sounds of my home you wouldn't want to put on a
yes.
CD, particularly the blowing off. But the Belfast hornpipe, he does.
Right, okay.
Carrick Fergus is another lead singer, and Gareth, if you're listening, I'm sure it's good. We might play it at Christmas.
Right. Is there a point to this call, Barry? Because it's been a bit of a tense show tonight, a lot of arguments, and
I've just come in, so I've missed the majority of it.
Okay.
What happened? A bus driver done what?
A bus driver called Joe, who pretended he wasn't a bus driver, but when I asked him what his job was, wouldn't tell me, came on with a bit of an attitude, and we had an argument.
I love it when that happens with you.
You all right?
It's great, isn't it?
Barry, have a little cough. Clear your throat. It's gone all clarty. Go on. That's better. Yes. Steady. All right. What are you
That's better.
It's like you're trying to get the Hoover to start.
Have you... I don't know whether you picked up on this, but I don't have much to talk about tonight.
Oh, yes, I had picked up on that, yes.
Oh, dear. Anyone want to do a heart-to-heart with me?
Well, let's just see. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can find someone. Line 1.
It's Andy speaking.
Oh, my God, no.
Oh, should I say Andre?
Oh, my... Please.
Barry?
Oh, hello. Why do you persist with this terrible double act? It doesn't work.
Well, Barry, I've had a bad experience myself, actually.
You what?
I had a bad experience with a bus driver.
Do tell.
No, he didn't stop at my stop.
He done a what?
He didn't stop at my stop.
Can you turn the radio off, please?
Yeah, hang about, Barry. Hold the line. Hang about, Barry. Right, Barry, I'll tell you what happened.
Or is that you now?
No, that's all right. I'll turn it off now, Barry. Listen, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, now, the bus didn't stop at my... designated destination, yeah?
Oh, your designated destination, yes.
Right, so I'll press the buzzer.
The buzzer?
Yeah, on the bus.
Well, the bell, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, the bell. And he didn't stop. I said, excuse me, I pressed the buzzer and I wanted to get off there.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm sorry, but I didn't hear it, yeah?
You're joking.
Right, Barry?
Yeah, I've got it, yeah, he didn't hear it, yeah.
So, anyway, he stopped at the next stop, opened the doors, and he said, you've got to get here. So, he's opened the doors for me.
Yeah.
I've got out. I've sent him a V sign, yeah?
Oh, dear.
Which was quite rude of me, I suppose.
But justified in a way.
Yeah, all right, but it wasn't that rude, but I did do, I must admit I did do that.
You did do that.
The next time I went, I don't get the bus anymore, I drive now, yeah?
I've got it. The next
Thankfully.
time you pulled a loony when he pulled up.
No, I didn't do anything as rude as that. But then the fat inspector, which is in Thomas' tank, got on the bus the next time I was on the bus and said, you know the fat inspector, yeah?
Yeah, I know, yeah, go on.
From Thomas the Tank. Got on the bus.
Yeah.
A bus inspector, I think he was, come up and said, was you...
Oh, whoops. Whoops. Did you say a rude word? Hello? Oh dear, I thought you said drop the F-bomb, but maybe I was wrong. I think it's the time to go to bed. I've contributed nothing instead. I listened to Andre's poor story about catching a number 3. Good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Night, everyone. See you next week.
I've just got to read this email out because it's very funny. I cannot believe how rude you're being to some of these people who are, as they say, listeners of your show religiously. I've been sat here listening to, and I know you speak to them in an unbelievable manner, being incredibly oblivious to your own lies. It's not other people making your show weird. It's you! You did say a harsh word. You have a hideous attitude. I'm not sure if it's all for entertainment of your show and some people are just sucking up to you, but these people are calling in to try and voice their opinions on the topics you bring up. Then you should let them, not interrupt them and keep saying they're being bad-mannered by interrupting you. Please don't ring me or use this as some sort of conversational piece on your show. Arrgh! That's from Amelia Partridge. Oh, apparently the next caller, the next caller claims to be Joe's dad. All right, whatever. We'll see. I'm not sure if I believe it yet, but we'll speak to Dave after Mumford and Sons. This could be fun. Or not, I don't know. Dare we do this? I can't wait for Christmas break. We've lost about 7 listeners this evening, including with Charmaine somebody. She wrote to the show editor. Who's that?
I guess it would be...
You?
Me?
Wow, okay. Let's go to Dave, who claims to be Joe's dad. Hello, Dave!
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
Very well, mate. How's it going?
I'm not too bad. I'm quite surprised to hear my son on your radio show earlier on.
It's a phone-in show. Everybody's welcome.
Well, in actual fact, my son is correct in what he did say. I am a bus driver. He is not a bus driver.
What does he do for a living?
Well, he does. If you was a naughty boy, Ian, he would be the person you wouldn't want knocking on your door.
So he's a copper?
All I'm saying is, if you was a naughty boy,
no,
and some of your language tonight has been quite naughty.
Well,
actually,
I said dick and
calling
arse.
calling my son a dickhead is not really a very nice thing to do.
I didn't call him a dickhead, Dave.
Yes, you did.
Didn't call him a dickhead.
You did. I heard you.
No,
I
you
heard
didn't.
The whole of your
no,
interview
you didn't.
with my son.
I didn't use the phrase dickhead. I called him a dick. I did not call him a dickhead.
You might be right on that.
I accept your apology. Well, listen. What is?
Well, I'm waiting for your apology because you unfortunately seem to have tarnished all bus drivers with the same brush.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologise.
There are over 20,000 bus drivers in London.
Ooh, are there?
And it's very unfair of you to tarnish us all with the same
Dave,
brush.
can I tell you, every bus driver I have ever met falls into the category I described them thereof. So
You know
no,
why,
I
don't
will
you?
not. I will not apologise. Well, because they're all idiots.
No, because you're the dick. If bus drivers have to put up with people like you, it's no
my
wonder
fault.
they have
No,
attitude when they've got
Dave,
idiots like
you're
you
right.
facing them.
You're right. It's my fault for getting on quietly with my Oyster card when they let me get on, sitting down quietly, being thrown about as they don't let anyone get to their seat before moving on. It's my fault that they drive past people who are waiting at bus stops. It's my fault that they're arrogant and rude. It's my fault that they're bad drivers. Dave, in
Then
that
you go
case,
again,
I
you're
accept...
tarnishing them all. They use that word "they." You're tarnishing all of them with the same brush, and
Yes,
that's
I
not
am.
the way it is.
It's.
How many buses a day do you use, Ian?
It depends, 3 or 4. I use a bus nearly every day to come into work. I use a bus nearly every day, at least one.
Do you know what? As a bus driver, I never, ever, ever travel on a bus as a passenger. And do you know why?
Because
the
you're scared of
passengers
them?
In actual fact, yes, there is a certain amount of being scared.
There we go.
And
He's
it's
gonna
not
blame it on
scared
us.
of what the
He's
bus
gonna blame-
driver
he's
might
gonna
do.
blame us. He's gonna blame
It's
us.
being
There we
scared
go.
of what the passengers can do, which is...
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay.
Earlier on, Dave, we did say that the passengers weren't that good either.
Yeah.
Not that good. That's putting it mildly.
Oh, we didn't say it that mildly earlier.
Dave, you're just tarring everyone with the same brush, mate. It's a rubbish argument. It's a rubbish argument, isn't it? That they're tarring everyone with the same brush.
But it's a point of fact. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I know, but that's what
You
you're
know-
doing, Dave. That's what you're doing as well, mate. So
No,
you know,
no, I'm not. I'm putting you into that category because you do sound like the biggest dick I've ever had the misfortune to listen to.
Okay.
This is the first, and I must admit, the last time I will hear your show.
Dave, I don't want you listening to my show. You're not clever enough for my show. You're not intelligent enough. You're not creative enough. You're not open to possibilities
Intelligence doesn't
enough.
come into it to
you're
be a
not
listener on your
open.
show.
You're not
I've
open.
just heard the last half
you're
hour
not
rambling
open.
for two idiots.
You're not open. Yeah, it was your son. You're not open.
No.
You're
that
not
drunk
open.
you had on who used
You're
the
not
F word,
open.
and the idiots
You're
sitting
not
on the stupid
open.
zombie had no conversation.
You're not open to the possibilities of the universe around you, Dave. So, as a matter of fact, I don't want you listening to this show. So
As a
everyone's
bus
happy.
driver, the universe is always open around me, Ian. Unfortunately, you sit in your little box for 2 hours a night, and the universe is out of your reach.
I don't know what that means, Dave.
I'm out in the open, making my living out in the open. You're stuck in the studio
Well,
doing
you're not-
2 hours of this radio programme.
Okay, right. Being in the bus isn't being out in the open, is it? It's not like being a farmer or digging ditches or anything. It's being in a bus.
Well,
It's
no,
still in the
no,
box.
it isn't-
Your
it
box,
isn't.
your
No,
box
I'm
is smaller
hardly
than my
digging
box.
ditches while I'm driving a bus, am I?
Your box is smaller than my box, mate. This box is quite
Yeah.
spacious. Dave, it's a pleasure to talk to you, mate.
I wish I could say the same, but unfortunately I can't.
See,
Those words won't pass my mouth where you're concerned.
I extended the hand of friendship.
I'm still waiting for the apology for you calling my son a dick.
That's not going to happen. I extended
No,
the
because
hand
you're
of
too
friendship.
rude and arrogant to
There
do
we
that,
go.
aren't you?
I extended.
In actual fact,
Here we go. He's
you
gonna
are
come
the
in.
person that's too much up your own arse, unlike my son.
Okay. I extended the hand of friendship, and like a typical bus driver, he drove on without even looking at me.
God, I wish I saw you out on the road one day. You'd never get on my bus. Under it, yes, but on it, no.
Okay. And that's what they're like. They're violent, aggressive thugs, as he's just proved. Dave, thanks for calling. Ta-ta. He hung up there. What? That's what they're like. Violent, aggressive thugs.
I have to say, that was quite a good call between you two.
It was fun, wasn't it? But he was expecting me to say, I haven't got a bus. I get a bus every day. I get the bus into work. I get the bus into town. I get buses every day.
It's funny how people perceive you when they don't know anything about you, but they think that because you're on a radio show, they know everything about you.
I've got chauffeur-driven... I get a cab home. I get chauffeur-driven limousines everywhere, and I'm quaffing champagne with Anthea Turner in the back. Right, we've got 3 minutes to rattle through these calls. Mark Crosby's on at 1. So, everybody, I've kept you waiting for ages. I'm afraid we've only got a few seconds each. Sorry, Jacob, what can I do for you? Well, okay, he's made that easy by not being there. It's, what a lovely, lovely show it's been tonight. These are great. Let's go to Stephen. Good evening, Stephen.
Hi, Ian. How's it going?
It's going right. We haven't got much time, I'm afraid, Stephen.
Okay,
Sorry
I'll be brief. The cab driver fella and the bus driver fella are digs. Shindiggery Live is a great idea. Still waiting for the Shindiggery Live DVD.
It's on its way.
Eloise doesn't sound as good on the phone as she does on the podcast.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And can you please determine which is better, Rocky 1 or Rocky 3?
Rocky, which is the one with Mr. T, and that's Rocky 2.
Rocky 3 is the best one. Come on, man.
Rocky 3, you've got it, fella, you've got it. Adam, good evening, Adam.
Ian, how are you?
I'm wonderful this evening.
Frankly, I don't know what that last geezer was on about. What a muppet.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. But
Why do they listen if they don't like it? I don't understand.
I don't know. It's
I was actually going to defend bus drivers, but I don't think I'm going to bother now. Frankly, I don't get it. All I was going to say is I grew up in Suffolk, and in Suffolk there are some nice bus drivers.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Who drop grannies off where they live and things like that.
Yeah.
But that bloke definitely wasn't going to be one of them.
Did he threaten to run me over with a bus? He
A
did,
little
didn't
bit,
he?
yeah.
I mean, buses should not be used as weapons. They're like transportational devices, but not weapons.
Adam, never a truer word has been spoken on this show. Buses should not be used as weapons. I wonder if my bus is going to stop for me the next time. My picture's going to be up all around the bus stations. Do not pick up this man. I need to get a disguise. Terry, good evening, Terry. We haven't got long, I'm afraid.
I'm a black taxi driver.
Yes.
And you know why we talk a lot?
Why's that?
Because we did the knowledge, yeah?
Yes.
And when you do the knowledge, you get all the knowledge of all the world.
Yes.
Do you know I had it back in my cab the other day?
Yes.
Dalai Lama.
Well,
yeah?
yes.
Do you know the other day, right?
Yes.
Barack Obama.
Yes.
No, sorry, Ian Wright.
Yes.
Right? So we get me meeting interesting people. So we got a lot to talk about,
Okay.
see?
Yes.
Yeah? You
Yes.
see? All the knowledge of the world. Ask me a question. We know it all. That's why.
Okie dokie. Let's just take one of these at random. Mark Crosley's on in a few minutes. Line 5, you're the last call of the evening.
I've got to say, that bloke with the whole...
Yes, a bit quicker.
Do you mean Joe?
Hello? 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 Is he thinking, or
Hello.
is it... Hello?
Oh, he's still there.
You're still there, are you?
Yeah, I'm still there. Sorry.
Okay, yes, no, go on. We haven't got much time.
Sorry.
We've got like 20 seconds.
I'm sorry. That bloke with the idiot...
Yeah, okay, right, I don't know what.
I think he was trying to say that bloke was an idiot, but he sort of said it so stilted we didn't get it.
I had a row with a copper this evening. Isn't that wonderful? I know. Isn't that wonderful? I've got to speak to a policeman tomorrow as well, which is very exciting. Not a rude word has been said against the police on this show, and never will, because I think they do an excellent job. But that guy, let's just hope he's never handling any case that is connected with me. What a lot of fun. Oh, jeez, that was loud. Eloise, thank you for a lovely week.
Thank you,
Next
bye.
week is the last week before Christmas.
Yay.
It's very, very exciting. We're all looking forward to it. Mark Crosley's up next. Facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. www.absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee. Until Monday, ta-ta.